Hey there, welcome to Master Fluent. We're here to make learning English fun, easy, and something you'll actually enjoy. I'm David, and I'm excited to help you along this journey.
And I'm Tina, your teacher for today. Together, we'll help you improve your English skills in a way that feels natural and enjoyable.
Whether you're just starting out or you're looking to take your conversational skills to the next level, you're in the right place. In today's lesson, we're diving into an important question. Can you speak English fluently in just 5 months?
Yes, you absolutely can. And by the end of this video, we'll show you exactly how to make it happen. We'll discuss what fluency really means, how to achieve it, and how to make the most of your learning time.
Here, we make learning English easy, fun, and possible for everyone. My name is David, and I'll be your guide on this exciting journey.
Whether you're just starting out or want to improve your everyday conversations, you've come to the right place. Today's lesson is about a big question.
Can you speak English fluently in just 5 months? The answer is yes. And in this video, I'll show you exactly how to do it step by step.
By the end of this lesson, you'll know what fluency really means, how to reach it, and how to make the most of your study time and practice.
And share the best strategies to help you succeed. So, let's get started. We'll also talk about some common beliefs about learning languages and whether they're true or not.
Plus, I'll share the best tips to help you succeed. What does it mean to be fluent?
Before we learn how to become fluent, let's talk about what fluency actually is.
Many people think being fluent means speaking a language perfectly, just like a native speaker. But that's not true.
Fluency just means being able to talk and understand others easily without needing to stop and think too much.
It's about speaking naturally, not perfectly. It's about communicating well, not being perfect.
Imagine a calm river flowing smoothly. That's what fluency in a language feels like.
Your words flow naturally, and you don't need to stop and think too much before you speak.
So, what does fluency in English really mean?
Smooth communication,
You can talk clearly and naturally.
without long pauses.
Confidence. You feel good about sharing your thoughts, even if you make small mistakes.
Conversation ready. You can chat about everyday topics like your day, asking for directions, or your favorite hobbies.
Remember, fluency doesn't mean speaking perfectly like a native. Even native speakers make mistakes.
The main goal of fluency is to express yourself and connect with others,
If you can share your thoughts clearly and understand others, you're fluent, even if you don't know every word.
or make a few grammar mistakes. That's okay. We're not aiming for perfection. We want natural and effective communication.
Becoming fluent in 5 months.
Now that we understand what fluency means,
Let's talk about how you can reach fluency in just 5 months. You might be asking, is that really possible?
and the answer is yes, but it takes focus, commitment, and the right plan.
Here's the key. Time alone doesn't decide how quickly you learn a language.
It's not just about how many months or years you spend studying.
But how you spend that time is key. Someone who studies for 2 hours every day for 5 months will become fluent faster than someone who only practices once a week for 5 years.
It's about both the quality and the quantity of your practice.
How much time should you invest?
So, how much time do you need? To get fluent in 5 months, a good goal is to aim for around 600 hours of focused practice.
That might sound like a lot, but don't worry. We'll break it down so it feels doable. That might sound like a lot, but let's break it down.
600 hours over 5 months is about 20 hours per week, or roughly 3 to 4 hours a day.
If you're serious about learning English quickly, you need to practice every day. Now, I know that 3 to 4 hours a day might seem a bit overwhelming.
But don't worry, this doesn't mean you need to sit at a desk studying grammar for 4 hours straight. In fact, that's not a good idea. You can break up your practice into smaller chunks throughout the day.
For example,
Spend 1 hour in the morning listening to an English podcast while having breakfast.
use 30 minutes at lunch to review vocabulary or read an article in English.
Watch a 45-minute English TV show or YouTube video in the evening, focusing on understanding the dialogue.
Spend another 45 minutes practicing speaking by repeating phrases out loud.
This way, you're practicing English in different ways without feeling overwhelmed.
Or you could have conversations with yourself, friends, or an online language partner. By breaking up your study time,
You can make it more manageable and fit language learning into your daily routine.
quality of learning.
While the number of hours you spend learning is important, the quality of those hours is even more crucial.
You could spend 5 hours a day passively listening to English without focusing, or you could spend one focused hour practicing specific skills. The second option will give you much better results.
So, how can you make sure your practice is focused and effective?
Don't just listen to English passively. Pay attention actively. Try to understand what's being said. Notice how sentences are structured and repeat key phrases out loud.
1. Comprehensible input.
Make sure the material you're studying is the right level for you. It should challenge you, but not be so hard that you get lost.
For example, if you're watching a TV show or reading an article and you only understand 10% of the words, it's too difficult.
Aim to understand around 80%. This will help you learn without feeling discouraged.
2. Speaking practice.
Speaking is key to fluency, so practice as much as you can.
Talk with a language partner, or if you're feeling shy, just talk to yourself.
Try describing your day in English or practice ordering food at a restaurant. Practicing speaking out loud will help you build confidence.
3. Muscle memory.
To speak naturally, you need to build muscle memory.
This means practicing speaking so much that it becomes easy and automatic.
4. Emotional engagement.
The more you enjoy learning, the faster you'll improve. Choose topics that interest you and find fun ways to learn.
Watch movies you love in English. Read about your hobbies or listen to English music.
5. You don't need a huge vocabulary. One of the biggest myths about fluency is that you need to know thousands of words.
In reality, you only need about 4,000 common words to have everyday conversations in English.
Think about it. Everyday conversations usually focus on simple topics like the weather, food, work, family, and hobbies.
You don't need to know advanced words like metamorphosis or subatomic to have a regular conversation.
A smaller, focused vocabulary is much more useful than trying to memorize thousands of words you'll hardly ever use.
Start by mastering the most common words and phrases in English.
You can gradually expand your vocabulary as you go, but to become fluent in 5 months,
Focus on words that help you communicate right away.
the power of listening.
Train your ear to understand English. Listening is one of the most powerful tools for learning any language.
When you listen to English, you're not just learning new words, you're also getting used to the natural rhythm and tone of the language, the flow of the language.
This is crucial for fluency. Spend as much time as possible listening to English.
You can listen to podcasts, audiobooks, YouTube videos, TV shows, movies, or music with lyrics,
The more you listen, the more you'll start to notice how native speakers connect their words.
which will help you improve your own speaking skills.
But remember, passive listening is not enough. You need to actively listen.
Pay attention to how words are pronounced, how sentences are formed, and how native speakers express themselves in different situations.
Speaking with confidence.
Don't be afraid to make mistakes.
One of the biggest obstacles to fluency is the fear of making mistakes.
Many learners are afraid to speak because they don't want to sound silly or say the wrong thing. But here's the truth.
Mistakes are a natural part of learning. In fact, the more mistakes you make, the faster you'll improve.
Think about babies learning to speak. They make tons of mistakes.
They say words wrong, mix up grammar, and mispronounce things, but they keep trying. Eventually, they become fluent.
You need to have the same mindset.
Don't be afraid to speak. Even if you're not 100% confident in your grammar or pronunciation.
Remember, fluency isn't about being perfect.
It's about being able to communicate effectively.
As long as people understand you, you're on the right path.
Start by practicing in a low-pressure environment.
Begin by talking to yourself in English at home. Practice with a friend or use language apps where you can chat with people from all over the world.
The more you practice, the more comfortable you'll become.
Repetition is key.
Think of language learning like training for a sport. If you want to be a champion athlete, you need to practice regularly and with focus.
The same goes for learning English. When athletes train, they don't just try a new skill once and move on.
They practice it again and again until it becomes natural. You should do the same with language learning. Keep practicing until it becomes a natural part of your vocabulary.
This is called spaced repetition. One of the best ways to remember new words is with spaced repetition.
It's like exercising your brain. Here's how you can make it part of your daily practice.
Review vocabulary regularly. Every day, review the words and phrases you learned the day before.
You can use flashcard apps like Anki or Quizlet, or simply write them down in a notebook.
And go over them at different times of the day.
Use new words and sentences.
As soon as you learn a new word, use it in a sentence. Try creating different sentences with the same word throughout the day.
For example, if you learn the word opportunity, you could say things like, "This is a great opportunity," or "I don't want to miss this opportunity."
1. Use new words in sentences.
For example, with the word opportunity, you could say things like,
This is a great opportunity to learn English. I had the opportunity to meet new people today.
"There's an opportunity to practice English in this conversation."
2. Practice speaking out loud. Don't just think the sentences in your head, say them out loud.
This helps you get used to the sound of your voice speaking English and builds your confidence. The more you practice speaking, the smoother and more natural it will feel.
3. Revisit old lessons. As you keep learning, go back to previous lessons and review them.
Language learning is not a straight line. You need to revisit material many times to truly master it.
Remember, repetition isn't boring.
It's how we train our brains to absorb and remember new information.
The power of repetition.
The more you repeat a word or phrase, the easier it will come to mind when you need it.
Immerse yourself in English.
Surrounding yourself with English is one of the fastest ways to learn.
Immersion forces your brain to constantly engage with the language.
Speeding up the learning process.
You don't need to move to an English-speaking country to immerse yourself in the language.
When you learn a new word or phrase, don't just look it up once and forget about it. Use it often by surrounding yourself with English.
Here are some practical ways to immerse yourself in English.
Change your environment to English.
No matter where you live, try to change your surroundings to English. Set your phone and computer to English.
This small but powerful step will help you get used to reading.
And navigating in English throughout your day.
Watch TV shows and movies in English.
Start with subtitles in your native language if you need them, but gradually switch to English subtitles.
Eventually, try watching without any subtitles. Pay attention to how people speak and repeat sentences out loud.
Listen to English podcasts or audiobooks.
Choose topics that interest you so you stay engaged. Listen to English while you're commuting.
Exercising, or doing household chores. This can really help with language learning.
Create English zones.
Pick certain times or places in your day where you only use English. For example,
In the kitchen, try to think and speak in English while doing things like
I'm making a sandwich or I need to buy some apples.
in the living room, read an English book or watch an English video.
In the mornings, listen to English news or practice vocabulary.
These small changes, over time, will make you feel more comfortable with the language. Find an English-speaking community.
Even if you don't live in an English-speaking country, there are still many ways to find people to practice with.
For example, join online language exchange websites.
Websites like italki, HelloTalk, and Tandem connect you with native speakers.
Want to learn your language while helping you practice English.
It's a win-win. You can set up video calls or chat via text and audio messages.
Attend local meetups. In many cities, there are English language groups or clubs where people gather to practice English.
Check platforms like meetup.com to see if there are any near you.
Use social media
Join Facebook groups, Reddit communities.
or Instagram accounts dedicated to English learning.
Support each other.
You'll find people with the same goals and can support each other by sharing tips, asking questions, and practicing together.
The key is to practice English in real-life situations. The more you speak with others,
The faster you'll overcome any nervousness and get used to thinking on your feet in English.
a balanced approach.
To become fluent in English in 5 months, you need to work on all 4 key language skills: listening, speaking, reading.
And writing. Each of these skills supports the others, helping you build overall fluency. Let's break down how to practice each skill effectively.
Listening, why it's important.
Listening is key for understanding native speakers and picking up pronunciation, intonation, and sentence structures, making it easier to speak naturally.
How to practice listening.
Listen to English audio daily, like podcasts, audiobooks, TV shows, or YouTube videos.
Active listening. Pause the audio and repeat what you hear. Try to mimic the speaker's pronunciation and rhythm.
Shadowing technique. Find a short audio clip of a native speaker.
And listen to it while repeating the words just a few seconds behind them. Try to match their tone, pronunciation, and speed.
Speaking. Why it's important.
Speaking is the most direct way to develop fluency. The more you speak,
The more natural and automatic your use of English will become.
how to practice speaking.
Speak every day, even if it's just to yourself. Narrate your day and describe what you're doing.
Speaking. Keep engaging with the language.
Talk about your plans or narrate your day. The more you engage with the language, the better.
Find a language partner or tutor to practice conversation regularly. If you can't find someone in person, try online platforms like italki, Camly, or Preply.
Record yourself speaking and listen to it later. This helps you notice areas for improvement.
Like pronunciation or grammar mistakes, and gives you a sense of your progress.
Reading. Why it's important.
Reading expands your vocabulary and helps reinforce grammar and sentence structures.
It's also a great way to expose yourself to more complex ideas and conversations in English.
How to practice reading.
Start with materials that match your current level.
Reading. How to practice.
If you're a beginner, start with children's books or simple news articles. As you improve,
Challenge yourself with more advanced texts like novels, blogs, or professional articles.
read out loud. This helps with reading comprehension and speaking skills. You'll practice pronunciation.
Improve fluency and get used to speaking English naturally.
Keep a vocabulary notebook when you come across new words.
Write them down with a simple definition and an example sentence. Review these words regularly to build your vocabulary.
Writing. Why it's important.
Writing helps you organize your thoughts and solidify your understanding of grammar.
Writing. How to practice.
Writing helps improve your vocabulary and is useful for everyday tasks like sending emails, writing notes, or updating social media.
Keep a daily journal. Write about your day, your thoughts, or your goals. It doesn't have to be long, just focus on getting your ideas down in English.
Practice writing short emails or messages. If you have friends who are learning English, communicate with them through text or email.
Join online forums or social media groups. Engage in written conversations in English.
Reddit, for example, has many communities for language learners.
Ask for feedback. Have a tutor or language partner review your writing.
And give you feedback on how to improve.
By focusing on all four skills, listening, speaking, reading, and writing,
You'll make great progress toward fluency.
building a strong foundation. If you practice every day, even just a little, English will slowly become a part of your daily routine.
Consistency is the secret. Trust me, you'll see results. Here's an example of a balanced learning schedule you can follow.
Sample daily schedule, 3 to 4 hours per day.
Morning 1 hour.
Listen to a podcast or audiobook while having breakfast.
Review 10 to 20 new vocabulary words using flashcards or a language app.
Lunchtime, 30 minutes.
Read a short news article or blog post in English.
Practice summarizing what you've read out loud.
Afternoon, 45 minutes. Have a conversation with a language partner or tutor.
Focus on everyday topics like your plans for the weekend or what you did yesterday.
Evening, 45 minutes.
Watch a TV show in English.
Evening, 45 minutes.
Watch a TV show or movie in English.
Pay attention to how characters interact and try to mimic their phrases and expressions.
By following a structured schedule like this, you'll steadily improve all four language skills and reinforce what you've learned.
It's not just about the time you spend, but the consistency and quality of your practice.
Dealing with challenges.
How to stay motivated.
Learning English in 5 months is an ambitious goal, and it's normal to face challenges along the way. Some days,
You might feel frustrated or discouraged, especially when progress seems slow.
tips to stay motivated.
Set small, achievable goals.
Instead of focusing on fluency as a far-off goal, break it down into smaller steps. For example, Aim to learn 10 new words a day.
Or complete one speaking session with a tutor each week.
Celebrate each achievement along the way.
Track your progress.
Keep a journal or log of your learning. Write down what you practice each day.
The new words you've learned and how you feel about your progress.
This will help you see how far you've come, even on days when you feel stuck.
Use positive reinforcement.
Reward yourself when you reach a goal. It could be something simple.
Like treating yourself to your favorite meal.
Stay connected with other learners.
Learning with others is a great way to stay motivated.
Join a study group, participate in online forums, or find a language buddy.
Sharing your experiences and challenges with others will help keep you motivated and accountable.
Remember your why.
When you feel unmotivated, remind yourself why you want to learn English.
Whether it's for career advancement, travel, or connecting with new people.
Keeping your goals in mind will help you push through tough moments.
Conclusion.
You can do it. Fluency in English is within your reach with consistent effort and quality practice.
With consistent practice and the right mindset, you can become fluent in just 5 months.
Remember, the journey to fluency is about more than just memorizing words and grammar rules. It's about building confidence, improving communication skills, and enjoying the process.
Stick to your plan, practice every day, and enjoy the journey of learning.
As you continue to immerse yourself in English, engage with the language in all parts of your life, and follow your schedule with determination, you'll see steady progress.
There will be challenges along the way, but they're part of the process.
Every new word you learn, every conversation you have, and every sentence you write brings you one step closer to fluency.
You'll soon notice that English becomes a natural part of your daily life.
You'll think in English, speak with more confidence, and understand more than you ever imagined.
And that's the true reward, not just fluency, but the ability to connect with others, understand new cultures.
And express yourself in a whole new language.
So remember, fluency doesn't mean perfection. It's about connecting with others, building confidence, and expressing yourself naturally. Stick with it, practice every day.
And make learning fun. You'll see progress, and soon, English will just feel like a natural part of your life. Don't forget celebrating the small victories along the way.
And enjoying the process of being able to communicate in such a powerful way.
Good luck and enjoy the journey to fluency in English. Keep going.
Stay positive, stay motivated, and most importantly, believe in yourself.
Keep practicing and have fun with it.
Good luck. Your journey to fluency starts now. And believe in yourself. You've got this. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a lesson. Whether you're just starting out or looking to refine your abilities, we've got you covered.
If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest tips and strategies to improve your English skills. Let's get started. Improving your English skills is an exciting journey that requires consistent practice, strategic techniques, and the right mindset. In this video,
We'll dive deep into comprehensive methods that will not only enhance your speaking, listening, reading, and writing skills, but also boost your grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, and overall confidence in using the language.
stick with us as this journey is tailored to help you achieve fluency. Let's begin with a step-by-step approach to mastering each essential area of English language learning.
Let's talk about speaking, one of the most essential and rewarding aspects of language learning.
Improving your spoken English can open doors to better communication and confidence. And here are some effective techniques to help you do just that.
First up, shadowing. This is a fantastic technique where you listen to native speakers through videos, podcasts, or audiobooks and mimic their pronunciation, intonation, and speech patterns.
For example, you could pick a TED Talk or your favorite movie scene. Listen carefully and repeat the sentences until you master the flow.
Shadowing not only helps with pronunciation, but also ingrains natural sentence structures into your speech.
Next, mimicry. This goes beyond words. Focus on imitating how native speakers express themselves, including their tone, gestures, and even body language.
Communication isn't just about what you say, it's about how you say it. By mimicking these elements, your speaking style will become more engaging and natural.
Another great method is self talk. Talking to yourself in English is a simple but underrated way to practice. You can describe your day, narrate what you're doing, or express your thoughts.
For instance, while cooking, you could say, "I'm chopping onions now. Next, I'll heat the pan." Recording yourself adds even more value because it lets you identify and correct any mistakes.
Role playing is also incredibly effective. Imagine conversations in real life scenarios, like ordering food, attending a job interview, or having a casual chat with a friend.
Practicing these situations in advance can reduce anxiety and prepare you to speak confidently in the real world.
And finally, tongue twisters. These are a fun way to improve your diction and pronunciation.
Classic ones like "She sells seashells by the seashore" or "Red lorry, yellow lorry" can really sharpen your articulation.
To recap, speak regularly and incorporate techniques like shadowing, mimicry, and self talk into your routine.
Mix in fun practices like tongue twisters and role playing, and you'll see your spoken English improve naturally and quickly.
Now that we've explored speaking techniques, let's shift our focus to listening techniques, which form the foundation of effective communication.
Strong listening skills are essential because they not only enhance your ability to understand what others are saying, but also help you respond naturally and confidently in conversations.
One powerful method to sharpen your listening is active listening.
This involves fully concentrating on audio or video content without relying on subtitles.
Pay close attention to each sentence. Pause to process what you hear and make sure you understand it.
To reinforce your comprehension, try summarizing what you heard in your own words.
For example, you could listen to a news report and then explain it back as if you're recounting it to a friend. It's a fantastic way to check your understanding and practice articulating ideas.
Another effective technique is audio description. After listening to a recording or podcast, challenge yourself to describe what's happening in your own words.
Imagine hearing a story about someone walking in the rain. You might say, "A man is walking under an umbrella and puddles are forming on the ground."
This not only helps improve your listening comprehension, but also builds your vocabulary and sparks your creativity as you visualize and describe the scene.
These techniques, when practiced consistently, can make a significant difference in your listening abilities.
After practicing active listening and audio description, let's explore even more engaging ways to improve your listening skills.
Podcasts are a fantastic next step. The key is to choose topics you genuinely enjoy, like technology, travel, or health, to make the process both fun and meaningful.
There are excellent options for English learners, such as The English We Speak by BBC or All Ears English.
As you listen, focus on understanding the context and jotting down any new phrases or expressions you hear. This will naturally expand your vocabulary while keeping you engaged.
Building on that, audiobooks offer another valuable tool for improving your listening. They allow you to immerse yourself in longer narratives while hearing correct pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation.
If you're just starting out, simpler stories like children's books can ease you in. And as your confidence grows, you can gradually transition to more complex novels.
This step-by-step approach ensures steady progress without feeling overwhelming.
Finally, let's not forget English TV shows and movies, which provide an interactive and entertaining way to sharpen your listening. Watching without subtitles challenges your comprehension skills and helps you train your ear.
For even better results, rewatch key scenes to pick up details you may have missed, and try mimicking the character's speech to practice both listening and pronunciation.
By integrating these listening strategies into your routine, you'll build a strong foundation for language comprehension and retention. But effective language learning doesn't stop there.
Listening and speaking are deeply interconnected, and by combining techniques for both, you'll solidify your skills even further.
Now, let's explore the next essential component of language mastery: vocabulary building.
Expanding your vocabulary makes communication clearer and more expressive, so here are some proven techniques to help you grow your word bank.
First, flashcards. These are a classic yet powerful tool for memorizing new words.
You can create your own or use digital apps like Anki or Quizlet, which use spaced repetition to ensure you retain words over time.
For example, add a word like serene to your deck, along with its meaning, synonyms, and an example sentence.
Next, word association. This technique helps you connect unfamiliar words to familiar ones.
For instance, link the word serene to peaceful or calm. You can also create mental images or connect the word to emotions. This makes it easier to remember.
Contextual learning is another game changer. Instead of learning words in isolation, study them in phrases or sentences.
For example, rather than just memorizing the word run, learn how it's used in phrases like run errands or let's run through the plan.
Seeing words in context helps you understand their meaning and usage more naturally.
A vocabulary journal is a great habit to develop.
Each day, write down new words you come across, along with their meanings, synonyms, antonyms, and example sentences.
This not only reinforces the word, but also gives you a handy reference for review. Finally, read English books and articles. Regular reading is one of the best ways to encounter new vocabulary naturally.
As you read, highlight unfamiliar words, look them up, and practice using them in your own sentences.
Over time, this habit will expand your vocabulary effortlessly.
To recap, build your vocabulary by using tools like flashcards, maintaining a journal, and learning words in context. Combine these with regular reading and word associations, and you'll find it much easier to remember and use new words effectively.
Let's dive into some effective reading techniques that can significantly enhance your comprehension and vocabulary.
Start with extensive reading, which involves enjoying English texts purely for pleasure without worrying too much about grammar or vocabulary.
Pick up novels, blogs, or news articles that genuinely interest you, and let yourself get lost in the content. Next, incorporate intensive reading into your practice.
This method focuses on shorter texts, encouraging you to analyze grammar, vocabulary, and sentence structures. Break down complex sentences to understand how they're constructed, which will deepen your grasp of the language.
After reading, use the technique of summarization by expressing the content in your own words. This not only ensures you've understood what you've read, but also improves your ability to articulate ideas effectively.
Additionally, develop the habit of note taking by jotting down key points as you read. Highlighters, sticky notes, or digital tools can help you organize these notes for quick reference later.
Finally, explore English blogs that cover a variety of topics in an accessible language. Whether your interests lie in travel, fitness, technology, or something else, following blogs keeps your reading both engaging and diverse.
To recap, enhance your reading skills by balancing extensive and intensive practices, summarizing and taking notes for better retention, and exploring a wide range of content to make your reading journey enjoyable and enriching.
Reading and vocabulary building go hand in hand, but equally important is developing strong writing skills to express your ideas clearly. Let's explore some effective writing techniques to help you grow as a confident writer.
Journaling is a fantastic place to start. Simply write about your day, thoughts, or plans in English. This low-pressure activity helps improve your written fluency while allowing you to reflect.
Another fun approach is using writing prompts to spark creativity. You can find endless topics online, such as describe your dream vacation or write about a memorable childhood moment. For a more immersive experience,
Try short story writing, where you can experiment with different genres like mystery or romance. This not only enhances creativity, but also expands your vocabulary. If you're aiming for a more structured style, practice essay writing on academic or professional topics.
focus on organizing your ideas logically and presenting them clearly. For those who enjoy sharing their thoughts with a wider audience, consider blogging in English. It's an excellent way to practice writing, improve your skills, and connect with others who share your interests.
Remember, grammar and pronunciation are crucial for clear communication, and we'll explore techniques to master those next. To recap, elevate your writing by journaling regularly, using prompts to stay inspired, and experimenting with essays or short stories.
Blogging, too, offers a creative and interactive way to hone your skills while expressing your unique voice.
Now that we've covered writing techniques, let's transition to another essential aspect of mastering English: grammar and pronunciation techniques. These skills are fundamental for clear and accurate communication.
Start with grammar exercises using online resources or workbooks that help you practice grammar rules. Platforms like Grammarly and Perfect English Grammar offer fantastic tools to refine your skills.
For pronunciation, dedicate time to pronunciation practice by focusing on individual sounds and intonation. A great method is recording yourself reading aloud and comparing your speech with native speakers to identify areas for
Improvement. Engaging in a language exchange with a native speaker is another effective way to hone both grammar and pronunciation through real conversations. Additionally, take advantage of the power of technology by recording yourself regularly.
Listening to these recordings will help you pinpoint errors and track your progress over time. Finally, apps like Duolingo, Babel, and Elsa Speak provide interactive and engaging exercises to make learning grammar and pronunciation more enjoyable.
To recap, strengthen your grammar and pronunciation by practicing exercises, partnering with native speakers, and using recordings to self-assess. Don't forget to explore learning apps to keep your journey dynamic and fun.
Having explored grammar and pronunciation techniques, let's now focus on an equally important aspect of language learning: mindset and motivation techniques.
Cultivating the right mindset can make a significant difference in your learning journey. Begin by setting achievable goals. Break down larger objectives into smaller, manageable tasks that allow you to track progress effectively and stay motivated.
Pair this with creating a schedule to dedicate specific times for learning and stick to them consistently for steady improvement.
Engaging with others can also boost your motivation. So find language buddies by joining online or offline groups where you can practice conversational skills in a supportive environment.
Don't forget to reward yourself for reaching milestones, whether it's mastering a tricky grammar rule or completing a challenging exercise. Celebrating these successes reinforces positive habits.
Above all, stay positive by focusing on progress rather than perfection. Celebrate even the smallest wins to maintain enthusiasm and build confidence.
Finally, let's explore some additional tips to further enrich your learning experience and keep you inspired on this rewarding journey.
With mindset and motivation techniques in place, let's wrap up with some additional tips to enhance your language learning journey.
Immersing yourself in English is one of the most effective ways to build familiarity with the language. Surround yourself with English through music, movies, books, and conversations.
Another simple yet impactful step is to use English settings by changing the language on your phone, computer, or apps to English, which encourages constant exposure.
To sound more natural, invest time in learning idioms and phrasal verbs as they're a crucial part of everyday communication. Remember, consistent practice is the key to long-term success, so make it a habit to engage with the language daily.
Lastly, seek feedback from online communities, language partners, or teachers to gain valuable insights.
And constructive suggestions for improvement. By combining these tips with the techniques discussed earlier, you'll be well equipped to achieve your language learning goals.
As we conclude, remember that by incorporating these techniques, you can make remarkable progress in mastering English. Language learning is a journey that demands patience, persistence, and consistent practice, but the rewards are well worth the effort. Stay committed, keep pushing forward, and you'll soon find yourself reaching your language goals. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more insights and techniques to elevate your English skills.
Your journey to fluency starts here. Let's keep learning together.
Now, to inspire you even further, let's take a closer look at Maria's journey to English fluency. Maria's story is one of dedication, resilience, and transformation, and it demonstrates how applying these very techniques can turn your language learning aspirations into reality.
Whether you're just starting out or fine-tuning your skills, her journey highlights the power of perseverance and practical methods.
Let's dive into her story and see how she made her dream of mastering English come true.
Maria's journey to English fluency. Introduction.
Let me tell you about Maria, a young professional from Brazil. Like many of you, Maria wanted to improve her English. She dreamed of working abroad, traveling confidently, and connecting with people from around the world. But she often felt overwhelmed and didn't know where to start.
Speaking section.
When Maria first started, she felt too shy to speak. So, she tried shadowing her favorite TV show, mimicking the character's pronunciation and intonation. At first, she stumbled, but after a week of daily practice, she noticed her confidence growing. One day, she role-played a conversation with a waiter at a cafe, and when she visited New York later, she nailed it.
Listening section.
To strengthen her listening skills, Maria turned to podcasts. She loved listening to travel stories on her morning commute. She would pause, replay, and summarize what she heard. Over time, she noticed she could follow conversations more easily and even started using new phrases in her speech.
Vocabulary section.
Maria kept a vocabulary journal where she logged every new word she learned, like serene and hustle. She'd use these words and sentences throughout the day. Flashcards became her best friend, and she even gamified her learning with apps like Quizlet. Soon, she could effortlessly recall words during conversations.
Reading section.
Maria made a habit of reading one short article every night before bed. She started with blogs about her favorite topic, cooking. By highlighting unfamiliar words and summarizing what she read, Maria expanded her vocabulary and improved her comprehension.
Motivation section.
Of course, there were tough days when Maria felt like giving up, but she set small goals, like practicing 10 minutes of speaking daily or mastering 5 new words a week. Each time she hit a milestone, she celebrated with a treat, like baking her favorite cake.
Conclusion.
Today, Maria is fluent in English and living her dream as a tour guide in Europe. Her journey wasn't easy, but by using the techniques we're sharing today, shadowing, journaling, active listening, and more, she made it. And so can you.
If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more insights and strategies to elevate your English skills. Your journey to fluency starts here, and together, we'll keep learning and growing.